Coming back in. Okay. So, last time we came to this area, got a couple of things and stopped, but I'm going to basically, before completely moving on, try to find a couple of stray beads that I missed. The problem is, I know where they are, but I need to find the exact...
You can just cut to when we find them.
I'll do a small cut. Actually, I don't need to fully cut. I might leave this in, one's down here. So, that worked out. Not the one I was looking for, but... That's one. And now, the other one is on a ledge by, like, a wall. I just need to find... Found it! It's by the temple. Temple's down there. It was this wall. You can see it sticking up out of the... Yeah.
And while we're here, might as well bomb the wall.
Blip. Oh.
That will become important much later.
Can't deal with that, but I can blow up the wall, so... That's all the stray beads available in the area that I have abilities to get, so... I'm about to get a...
And now we have to move on with the plot. First, feed the burbs. Always remember to feed your burbs. They might turn on you.
We'll get it.
Okay, let's be honest. The only animal that would turn on you for not feeding it is a cat.
Okay. So, the plot important... Damn it. I was going to move on with the plot, I just wanted those stray beads. Last time we stopped and I didn't pick those up. So... At the correct time...
As you can see, there is a sad child over here.
And this is one of the dumb parts of this game where you have to talk to people multiple times. So... Yeah, okay. Knock some sense into him. Like, you literally have to tackle this kid.
Is it animal abuse if the animal is the one doing the abusing?
And now, fishing.
Yeah, and now, we go fly fishing. Because of that episode of SpongeBob when I was a very young child, I thought fly fishing was you fishing out of an airplane.
That's just a pun.
Yeah, I know,
it's why they do the rim shot.
Yeah, I know, it's just a pun, because isn't actual fly fishing using flies as bait?
No.
That's not what it actually is?
You're using a type of lure called a fly lure.
Ah.
Basically, you draw to a fish, and then he'll catch it, And then you have to hold the button.
I believe it's hold back on the...
No, you hold the... It's based on the direct... It's the opposite direction of
you hold whichever direction the fish is going.
Opposites! You work...
You work in opposites. So, if they're moving left, you hold right, and vice versa. As you hold the direction, that meter at the top will fill. If it starts to get too high, the kid will start...
Yeah.
If it starts to get too high, the kid will start taking damage, but... Like, because he just starts taking damage, it can actually have,
You can lose, but...
Well, not just lose, you actually can, if something is really close to being pulled in, and you continue holding and get into the red, you actually can hold him in when he's taking damage if they are close enough.
Booyah! Giant salmon. And, like, I'll go over some more fishing points in a minute. The basics are working opposites. When you see the button, hit it. Power slash. Knock the fish out.
This is more important as we get to, like... This is more important as we get to later fish, but, like, I recommend tapping. Because that minigame will
come back a couple of times. Love that.
You know.
The key in hand, run like a bitch. If he tackles you, he will steal the key. So... It's best if you grab the key and run if you need to, attack him if he happens to get the key.
I think you can power slash him to stun him, or do the other thing of just tapping to cover him in ink. I believe both of those will stun him.
If you get the...
I've genuinely never been caught, so I'm actually not sure.
You can stun him, and if he gets the key back, attack him. Just come like a power slash or two, and you'll get your key back. It's not that hard. If you happen to get grabbed, if you just run straight on like I did. So now, take the key, put it in the hole. Time for the first dungeon. Yay.
Time for bad.
Whee! So, this is the first major dungeon area.
There are stray beads in here,
yeah.
Right? How many are in the first
3.
one? Okay.
I know where they all are, so we'll get them soon enough. It's not that complicated of an area, but...
Oh, it's the first dungeon.
Oh, yeah, just to show it off.
Yeah, that is... Like, that water is literally cursed.
Rolling my saves like a crazy person.
Everyone always rolls their saves.
As I said last time, the Switch version download was known for crashing. So, as an emergency...
But, like, that's also part of the reason it seems to have been known for crashing, and this is just a general Switch thing. It's something I'm unsure on. Apparently, like, whichever account first plays a game, that account is considered the owner of the game. So, like, it's apparently because a different account is playing, because, like, we've only ever encountered the crashes when I've played on my account.
I've had it crash!
You've had it crash, but it's less common. So it seems to be something with that. I don't 100% know why or how that would work. It's just an observation.
But the physical copy that we imported apparently is more stable anyway, so this is just a good
test. Just Capcom are a bunch of cheap, lazy assholes.
This is just a good test of...
Though again, their cheapness seems to have resulted in the Devil May Cry 3 on, Switch being the best version. Because it just is. The ability to swap styles in the middle of gameplay is objectively better designed. And if you say otherwise, you're a pretentious dumbass or an old man that hates change and is just upset the original PS2 version wasn't like that.
Convenience is never a bad thing, and I will scream that from the freaking heavens.
And I believe that was a mod, I think, for, like, the PC version of the game since, like, Devil May Cry 4 came out.
Oh, yeah.
It also has the other convenience feature from Devil May Cry 5, you just have all of your weapons at once. Again, it's just convenience. I will admit I do wish that you could actually choose what weapons to have, but then again, unlike in Devil May Cry 5 and 3, you only have 5 weapons, so it's not the biggest, but if there were 2 weapons, which those are just the 2 you care about using the most, it would be nice, but it also, in having access to all of the weapons at once, that fixes one of my biggest problems with Devil May Cry 3, to where I feel like the order you get weapons in is really weird, because first you get Cerberus, and then Cerberus, because it's ice-based, actually super effectively beats, because that game has elemental weaknesses for some reason, Agni or Rudra. It's one of the two. I want to say Agni. I believe that was the fire one, because Agni is the fire spell in SMT, because that was, I believe, the Hindu god of the fire. But then, like, because of that, and because in the initial game you only had 2 weapon slots, if you, like, because you started with Rebellion, you then get Cerberus. By the time you get Agni and Rudra, that's 3, so you have to get rid of Rebellion or Cerberus, and the next, like, major boss that you fight is Nevin, which you think would be weak to Agni and Rudra, but is actually not. She's weak to ice, and so is this one worm mid-boss that's, like, in the middle of a stage, so you potentially could fight those when you've gotten rid of the weapon they're weak to.
Oh god, this enemy type.
Fuck this enemy.
Butt Ogre!
More like Butt Ogre for how ass it is.
A little bit. So, you do damage.
Like, you basically keep whacking it until that happens. Now the game wants you to bloom it, and now that it's bloomed, you can do the big damage. And then its floral finish is bloom, if it fucking works. It didn't work, it died too fast.
I hate that enemy type, but I killed it fast, so...
Well, because it's an enemy type that's very much a, like, you know, when you know how to deal with it, it's not the worst thing.
Their floral finisher is Bloom, I just suck at doing that.
Well, Bloom is also just kind of unresponsive.
I love this game, but...
to do Bloom well, I recommend making sure the circle laps in on itself. Like, actually making sure...
Come to mama.
Like, make sure it's actually connected. You know, because of all of this game's Japanisms, I'm pretty sure those little totem things that you're cutting down are supposed to have souls of the dead in them. I think those are based on the thing Gyro is already crossing.
Okay. And now
hey, here's a new enemy type. Now fight 2 of them.
No, there's 2 of these. God, I hate this enemy type. But the fun thing, because damn it, because of the range of this weapon.
Well, and also I think when
okay,
Yeah, you got it. Something else to be fair of with these enemies, one, I think you actually can parry those projectiles. I don't know if
Oh, wait.
oh yeah, that too.
Get down here, you jackass.
I believe you have to parry them with the reflector. I think. I seem to remember that working.
I hate this enemy type so much.
Well, it's like
Damn it. Cause the reason I don't like this.
after this, I would recommend swapping back to the reflector just because it deals more damage. There you go.
Got him. Hold on. I guess I have shown off the beat.
Hold on, pause.
Go back.
To cause more damage to the, you see, yeah, that's what I was going to say. To cause more damage to these things after you open them, you can power slash the bud, and also if you roll a cherry bomb into them, I think that will do like half their health.
There are ways, I'm just not.
Well, we don't really have a bunch of the good weapons and like powers and stuff to beat them. Because a few later powers and weapons, you can't make those things really easy.
Mushrooms like sun, right?
No. No, they actually literally don't. Isn't it they grow in darkness?
Mushrooms like sun, right?
That's bullshit.
You're bullshit. Anyway. Keep on keeping on. There's a wall I can bomb, but I'm not gonna. I'm just double checking. Okay. While I've played this game, while I know this game, I don't remember random little, like...
I don't remember everything.
Because there's just unimportant chests that I don't keep in my head. So... Okay. Because there's tons of just extra money and, like, items that you can miss.
Like I said, there are a bunch of treasures that are sellable, and they just, like, all they would be used for is completing the treasure guide or getting money. You don't need to complete that for, like, what the game considers 100%.
And
so, if any of those end up missable, which I think those are the only collectibles that
we're not
missable in this version, but that doesn't, again, really matter because the game doesn't consider that a, like, 100%.
One of these walls you can bomb. I think it's the one under me, though. Never mind. It was that one. That stray bead's one of the harder ones to find. Because of these very samey walls. But the tip-off is that the walls down here are more stone, and that was the one thing that's discolored.
Well, I think it might have done the Zelda thing of if you run into it, it makes a different noise. Wah. Fuck me.
It's Blockhead!
Whoever designed that fucking blockhead.
Blockhead has impenetrable defenses.
We will be cheating blatantly.
Well, this is pretty easy.
Even...
Smack. Smack? Yes!
Yeah, even the easy ones, sometimes the game can be really finicky on how close you have to be.
Booyah!
Remember that dickhead for later. Also, they're based off a Japanese...
Now, I'm going to do the sensible thing and ignore the key.
We're gonna run your lottery tickets.
Okay. Also, that...
Hold on, this is an important note. Blockhead was blocking the entrance.
So yeah, shortcut. Shortcut back to... let you save and also leave if you feel like you need to go buy any, like, items or anything.
In case you're wondering, you can just walk out the door.
Yes.
You're not locked in here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to game design.
Yes, and...
I could leave if I wanted to.
A lot of things that... One of those, I don't remember the exact name of it, but the blockhead, it's based off a...
It's an impenetrable wall demon.
A demon from Japan.
And now, something a lot of people kind of get stuck on that I will admit is a little bit dumb. The game doesn't really indicate that you, like... You're holding the key in your mouth, and a lot of people think that you're limited in your mobility.
You're not. The one type of demon, I think, in the, like, mythology, they were only weak when it was, like,
This is Lockjaw. Lockjaw hates these arrow keys.
Ooh, right in the eye, that's something.
I love Lockjaw.
Lockjaw's Saga. That was a DKC reference.
Blue Scroll. That's an imp I can deal with. Hold on. Slash.
Would you say that's an impid imp? That is one of the best Gen 8 fucking Pokemon.
I'll deal with you in a minute, buddy.
I fucking love Prankster as an ability.
You might notice with the basic imps that they have, like, hitting them kind of forces them into a decent lockdown. While I do like the bead weapons, I can go back to the mirror. I'm just going to be ignoring... I haven't used any gold dust because I'm trying to save gold dust, so I'm probably going to end up skipping the first 3 upgrades for the first 3 weapon types. Just because I want the best 3 weapons in the game to get upgrades. So if I skip 3 weapons worth, I should have enough gold dust. I'm going to have to double check that though. I really should double check that in between recording.
Well, to be fair, we're at a point where it doesn't 100% matter.
We're early!
You don't even have the 3rd weapon type. Like, you haven't even gotten the 3rd gold dust to do that.
Though, because of the order you get weapons in, technically, the 3rd weapon type comes a little bit later.
Yeah.
Another thing people kind of miss. That ledge, like, I'm not supposed to be here yet, but a lot of people just don't see that. We're supposed to go this way. There's stuff over here. Demon Gates. It's time for the question of the day, my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, if you ever played Okami or Okami HD, did you ever have trouble getting the floral finisher on the Bud Ogre? Because a lot of people have trouble with that because circling it is often finicky because Bloom is often finicky. I don't know what it is about Bloom specifically that makes it so hard to do, but in my opinion, it feels somewhat inconsistent, but I think that is Bloom being a bit finicky. I noticed a lot of people struggle with Bloom no matter what they try to use it on, but anyway, you can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord link, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shield for a minute. if you subscribe to the channel. And if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I will see you all next time. So good night, everybody.